Hello out to all you wonderful people. This is Andre, the Game Idea Guy. Thank you once again for lending me your time and your ear listening into another Pitch for Switch video. And this time I'm going to be talking about Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. Actually, I would like to say both games to be able to allow a player to take character data from the first game over to the second one. But I think more or less the second one is definitely more important at this point in time to port over, as that is the current game. And like while missing the first game would mean that it's lacking a little bit because you wouldn't be able to take your custom character over and make them be the hero that everybody reveres in the second game. You could still play the second game just fine without doing that. Um, and there's the fact that you would have to start completely bare without any of the techniques or like money or points and anything that you could transfer over from the first game. Um, but I would say if they're going to do it, if they were going to do both of them, do a dual game compilation and just put them both in the same case. They don't have to be on the same cart, but they can be in the same case. Um, and that way, it could just like save like extra data onto your Switch, like kind of like what the 3DS does with some games, where it leaves residual data behind it on your SD card, even if you have a cartridge. Um, But that's getting away from why I think it would be a good fit for the Switch. One, because Dragon Ball Z will sell any fucking where, and I don't know why these companies didn't think about that before. Like when the first Xenoverse came out for everything but the Wii U. But I'm not going to be too bitter about it. But I think that Xenoverse 2 would be a pretty decent fit. Being able to play the game and then take them on the go and play it would be one awesome little treat to be able to take it around with you on the go. Two, again, the way the Switch can connect to other Switch units, and that's something that Nintendo demoed and showed us that they have worked out. Um, Basically, the big benefit to this would be being able to link up with like two other players and to be able to take on like a lot of the parallel quest missions and things like that. Like the parallel quest missions, the expert missions, between 3 and 6 people you'd be able to link up with, and I think that would be reasonable. Only problem is I don't know if more than 4 Switch units can link up at the same time. If more than four can link up at the same time, then this would be nothing to do, and that way it could have an offline multiplayer mode where a lot of people can get together. But even still, even then, 2 players can play on one platform on one box because that's how the game was designed anyway. So two players could play locally. So you might not need more than 3 Switch units and maybe like 6 Pro controllers. So just my me thinking out loud there. But just to have a wireless LAN mode or call it a link mode, whatever the fuck Nintendo calls it once they once they fully unveil it. Um, and that would be cool to have. But like again, you might not want to play online, but you and your buddy might want to play together and shit. One of you might be using the TV, but hey, fuck it, you still have your Switch. You can play on that. Let them use their TV, and you both go on some parallel quest missions together, or you do some expert missions together. I don't see a problem with that. And I think that would be pretty cool. Actually, that'd probably be awesome as hell to be able to do it that way and not have to worry about logging on wirelessly, and everyone could have their own screen if more than 3 units can be more than 4 units can be linked. Um, either way, it would just be advantageous to the Switch. And yes, not a whole lot of people use it, but just think of the circumstance. Like maybe you and a friend are going out on a trip. You don't know if there's going to be internet any fucking where. You might be going out into the fucking boonies somewhere with no internet connection. Hey, guess what? You might be playing Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, and both of you might decide you're going to pair up with each other and use your characters and go on some missions. That's the advantage there. You can do that with it. You can play the game as if you're playing online without actually being online. It's like Nintendo thought about this. Hey, we can make a console where there's no forced online and people can play the games that they want on it, hopefully, as long as they come. I think that's a good idea. I mean, shoot, look, to me it sounds like a good idea. And again, they don't have to change much about the game. Literally, they just be adding in an extra mode. That's about it. And maybe if they wanted to add some Nintendo character costumes, but again, that's about it. It's not something that's required. Actually, it would actually be pretty cool to add in some Nintendo character costumes and then some like some moves from Nintendo characters like Mario using the fire flower, but just tweak it so it fits the Dragon Ball Z, the Dragon Ball Universe type combat. Like that's not something that I think would be too bad. It'd actually be kind of interesting. A little weird, but it'd still be kind of interesting. I would like to see it myself. Um, but that's really it. I think I've covered as much as I can about it because it's not like the game is exactly bad. It could be better though. There are some things that I have some grievances with, but that's for another video, and I'm not going to go into that in this one. Um, but yeah, it would be pretty cool. It would be really nice to be able to do that, and I think it would make it far more interesting for people on the Switch because again, they can take it on the go. You might see, hell, you might make a friend playing this damn game with somebody else just because the two of you are playing, and it could let you know somehow that there's another person nearby playing the game, as long as as long as the Switch works like what the 3DS does, where you have Street Pass. Oh, and that's another goddamn thing. I didn't even think about that. Street Pass time patrollers, where you can Street Pass other people and you can fight their time patrollers. That shit. There you go. Another functionality that only the Switch could do. As long as Street Pass functionality is in it, because we don't know if Nintendo is doing that. I would think it would be a wise move to add that, but we really don't know if they would. I kind of wish they would. I know it could work for it. I just want them to do it, but again, I don't know what they're doing, and I won't know until January 12th. But there we go. Thank you guys very much for listening. Keep your eyes and ears up for more stuff from me, and until the next time, enjoy your games and peace out.